Hey friends, so Michael and I have decided that we're going to video the process of me preparing and processing going through my cornea transplant. And I thought that I would, he had suggested that I video the good and the bad, that meaning feelings and all. So I thought some of my fears might be some of the things that I should capture on video. So or some of my anxieties and my second guessing myself when it comes to my vision. So my goal today was to run some errands while he was at work, and we are having thunderstorms here. It hasn't been raining, but the weather has just been super cloudy, and this is one thing that causes me anxieties with my sight when it's cloudy like this. It's not really, I don't think for a normal person this would be a really bad day with weather. We haven't, like I said, had any rain, but my vision, it's like when it's super cloudy like this or overcast, it's almost like I have a fog in front of my vision, so it makes it really hard for me to focus. Actually, there's no focusing for me much anymore, but my vision is just really super blurry, so I didn't feel like it would be best for me to get in the car and drive. And also, last night I went to Walmart with my mom. I have found that there's something about Walmart. I don't know if it's their lights that are in there or all the chemicals from all their products in there. I don't know what it is, but when I go into Walmart, it's very hard for me to see. So Walmart is not a place that I like to frequent because of my vision. It just, I don't go there unless I absolutely have to. So that's one of the places I had to go back to today. So I'm waiting on Michael to get off now so that he can drive me. Again, I'm depending on my family, but they're really sweet and they've been very kind to help me. Now, I do know that I have cataracts. My cornea surgeon did tell me that I have cataracts that they're going to have to take out. But one thing that I don't think that I've shared with y'all is the fact that I have narrow angle glaucoma also. And in 2004, I had the holes put into my eyes for the narrow angle glaucoma. I had been taking, I actually had a migraine for a year and a half straight in my left eye. It never let up. It was excruciating migraine pain. That's where my migraines come. I do have migraines. And my migraines come in my left eye, and they'll go anywhere down my cheek, into my jaw, down into my shoulder, and all the way to my elbow sometimes, but they're always on my left side. Well, they had put me through all this testing trying to figure out why was I having this horrible migraine for a year and a half. I had the spinal tap. They drew fluid off my brain to see if I had a brain tumor. All of that came back normal, so my doctor sent me to an eye specialist that dealt with migraines. Well, in the meantime, he had put me on Topamax, which is a seizure medication, and sometimes people are treated with migraines with Topamax for migraines. And so he put me on Topamax, sent me to the eye doctor. Sorry, somebody just stopped to tell me that my chickens are loose. Michael opened the door this morning, but sometimes they escape. So I don't know how that happened, but yeah, we'll go check on that in just a minute. Anyway, getting back to what I was saying, the neurologist had put me on Topamax to try to get rid of my year and a half long migraine in my left eye. So when I go to the eye specialist, he's checking my eyes, he steps back, he's writing something, he looks again, he's stepping back, he's writing something. This is making me very nervous because I'm there by myself. And I had just, like a week before, read an article about a man that found out that he had an eye disease, and then he went blind within like a month. So I'm thinking, oh my goodness, something's really wrong here. So he says, I'll be right back. He leaves, he comes back, he brings in another doctor. They're looking, he's looking in the eye thing also, checking me out. the first doctor says, do you see what I see? Second doctor says, yeah, I do. And I'm like, hello, I'm back here. Could you tell me something, please? So the first doctor says, well, let us figure it out first, and then we will consult you. And I'm like, okay, but I'm here. While they're talking like I'm not there, they're going back and forth, and the second doctor says, yeah, we've got to get her off this Topamax immediately. I'm thinking, I am about to go blind, and they're trying to figure out how to tell me. So they both sit me down and talk to me and tell me that I had narrow angle glaucoma. Topamax is a huge no medication. If you have narrow angle glaucoma, you should not be on it. So they took me off of that immediately, told me that I was going to have to get the holes put into my eyes, lasered into my eyes for the drainage. I hear one of my chickens. So they took me off the Topamax immediately. I had been on it about 6 months. Topamax, you're supposed to be weaned off of it, but they told me there was no weaning me off of this medication. It needed to come out of my system immediately, or I could go blind. So I had to be... They told me that I could, I couldn't go to the movies until I could schedule my surgery. No movies. I had to be careful if the lights, if I went in from a light room to a dark room or vice versa. So I was really a nervous wreck until I had the surgery done. So that was in 2004. They put they lasered the holes into my eyes. Everything went fine. In 2014, because I still have to go twice a year to see my, well, I went back to once a year now for my eye doctor, because I see my cornea specialist every 6 months. So my glaucoma specialist surgeon had let me go after probably a year. He checked me every month, or every 6 months. It was about 2 years actually. He checked me every 6 months for about 2 years. And he broke up with me. Or that's the way I told him. Why are you breaking up with me? And he says, well, you don't need me anymore. So in 2014, I go for my regular checkup. My eye doctor tells me, uh-oh, we need to schedule you with your glaucoma surgeon again. And I'm like, why? So he said there was some things that he just wanted him to check on. Comes to find out, my holes had closed back over. So I go to my specialist, my glaucoma specialist, and he says, yep, your holes have closed back over. We're going to have to redo your surgery. So what happened was, from taking the Topamax, my lenses continued to get bigger. So I have really big lenses now. So he redid my surgery and told me at that time that cataracts in my future would not be a bad thing, because they'd be able to take out those extra large lenses. And so I don't know. I know that they're going to be taking out my lenses. I have been told that I have cataracts in my eyes, along with my my Fuchs Dystrophy. So I'm thinking that that's going to be a better thing for me. I won't have to worry about my narrow angle glaucoma anymore closing over again. He told me that I wouldn't have to worry about that, because he made the holes quite bigger this time, so that I would never have to worry about that. But it is still a concern. I still read medications. If it says don't take it if you have glaucoma, then I don't take it usually. But I just felt like I should share today that, and I'll kind of scan the sky and let you see what it looks like through your perspective, your eyes. But to me, it's just, I'm having a really hard time. Like, I can't focus on the camera that's right here in front of me. It's hard for me to focus on anything right now with my Fuchs Dystrophy, but days like this, I have a really hard time getting around, and it's very frustrating because I'm just super blurry. I know I explained on one of my videos that my eye doctor had one time described it as looking through orange peels, because I have no cornea cells anymore. They haven't even in the past year and a half counted my cornea cells anymore, because there's just not enough to count. When they do all my testing, they don't even bother counting my cornea cells. But he at one time said that it was like looking through orange peels. When I look at lights, it's just a big starburst. or if I look at a red light, it's little dots so big across my whole windshield at night. If I'm looking at a street light, it's like looking through a kaleidoscope with just a starburst coming at me, and it's total light coming into my face. Then my cornea doctor told Michael, and my dad knows what it looks like, but he was in the room one time, told Michael that it was like looking through a windshield that had fog on it, about 3 layers of fog on it. So if your windshield's fogged over and you're trying to look through it, that's probably what I see. So very frustrating, but this is things that I think about today. I think, wow, in just a few weeks, maybe I won't have that. Maybe I'll be clear. Maybe I'll, in a few weeks, be able, on a day like today, be able to go out on my own and not be scared, not be worried that I won't be able to see to drive, or I won't be able to see to get through the store. So that's my hope, and I hope that this video helps somebody. If you're feeling like this, I know how you feel. I know what it's like. So this is my encouragement to try to get myself fixed, fix my eyes. I'm still praying for my donor and their family. I'm still pretty emotional about that. I know that I'll be able to see because somebody has been kind enough to donate their organs and their tissue, and I appreciate that, and so I'm praying for them, and I'm praying for their family. And I hear my Mikey coming, so he just got home from work, so now we have errands to run, bless his heart. Well, first we've got chickens to go gather so that we can get them put up before we go do our errands. But usually, yep, there he is. Usually our chickens will find their way home. Hello?
Hi.
We're doing a video.
Who?
For who?
Oh boy. Hey y'all.
Well, how bad my vision is right now because of the weather. And how I was supposed to go and run errands, but I was too scared to because can't see. So
You ready to go?
I'm ready to go. Well, first we have to go find chickens because one of our neighbors just came down the street, interrupted my video to tell me that our chickens are out. So I don't know if they're out in her yard or if she just saw them out in our yard because we've got a big yard. So yeah. Anyway, I'm signing off so that we can go run errands now after we find our chickens. Be blessed, y'all. Bye. So, not sure if you can tell. It's kind of cloudy. Hasn't been raining, but it is cloudy. We have a lot of trees around our house on our creek. Days like this makes it very difficult for me to see. So, unless I have to go somewhere, I just stay home.
These feelings, I can't let them go. It's harder for me to explain. You would think that I would know how to make the sun shine when